Greetings and salutations. We're back with some more Kerbal Crater Maker. And I wasn't completely pleased with the way I left off on the space plane. So, I think this one's going to be a straight up space plane episode. See if I can get it to go at least into... lift off the ground and not create a crater. I was going to say orbit, but that's a little too much of a lofty goal, I think. With the way my plane went last time, I'll just be lucky to get it off the ground without it exploding. So let's try something different. Let's try a really small cockpit. And then let's put a landing gear on it. One of these small ones. I don't want it mirrored, I just want one of them. Okay. Now that we got that on there, we need fuselage. Not fuel tanks. We need actual, like, fuselages. Not a cargo bay. I'll put it this way. If this space plane doesn't go the way I want it to... Actually, yeah, we should probably put a small coupler on here. That way I can break away if need be. I should toss a parachute on it, too, to save the pilot. Who am I kidding? Who needs safety regulations? Where is it? That's coupling. Structures and clamps, and I don't really need clamps. Engine mounts. Now. Engines I do need. But I need one... So I'm going to need two varieties of engine. First off, I'm going to need one that can sustain it in air. Or I'm going to have to just go for the solid rocket... Like, not solid rocket booster, but... the mixed fuel, like in the Methalox fuel tanks. Otherwise, you can't go up into space because you'll get too high, and then the air gets too thin, and then your engines sputter out, and you'll fall out of the sky. So, I need to find a way. What am I doing? What if I did that? Let's try that. And then I'll throw a coupler on it. And if I throw a coupler on it, it covers it up. Or at least it's supposed to. And then we could throw some larger tanks on it. I'll put the wings back here. And then this will be the one where I have like the air ram and the other regular boosters, the jet engines. Like that. And then I'll put intakes on it. As soon as I can find it. Well, yeah, there they are. Intakes. I'll do the radial air intakes. I'm going to have to mirror that. No, not symmetry mode. You fool. There. That should give it plenty of air intake. One would think. Of course, watch me be completely wrong. So, stabilizers. I don't want stabilizers, I don't think. Do I want to mount... The question is, do I want to mount my... I'm gonna have to move that back. Do I want to mount my landing gears directly to my stabilizers? I'm not thinking I do. I might have to be honest with you. I didn't want to change the wing shape. I want to move it. Not the whole device. There we go. The idea is to have a very sleek looking plane, or at least that's the plan. I need... That's hideous. I need one of them. Put up a third wing. That's too big. That's way too big. What if I go with a small stabilizer? Gotta make sure it's lined up, otherwise it's gonna be an absolute atrocity. The thing will come careening out of the air. And it'll be bad for all the people involved. All the Kerbals that put in all the hard work. So if I do that type of symmetry, and I put them right there, we're gonna hope that this works. Alright. So it starts this up, that'll decouple there, and then it'll launch this. I don't know if I have any control surface. Actually, wait, hold on. A rechargeable battery. I only need one. A small solar array for the rechargeable battery, and then consumes a small amount of methalox, so no thanks. The batteries are fine. I also need some propulsion. Those are methalox. Monopropellant xenon. And hydrogen. Hydrogen deep space rocket, huh? So if I run one of these little methalox ones, if I run like the extra small spider one and turn it, and run a symmetry on it. No, wrong type of symmetry. There. Now that should, I might need a little bit of gas for it. Let's take a look. That's communication, ground, science, utility. Oh, RCS. That's what I was looking for. Wasn't looking for those. I was looking for RCS. Rotational control systems, or whatever it is. That's what I was looking for. I don't think I'm gonna need a ladder, but whatever. Anyway, let's try this. So this needs to go down here for staging. That needs to go there for staging. There we go. There we go. Now we're going to try this. We're going to hope that this atrocity can go the distance. So let's spool down the engines. We're going to see if I can get this to get up in the air and stay. We're going to see if I can get it up in space, or at least orbit. Hmm. Off the ground at all? I think it's too heavy. I think it's too heavy. I'm trying to pull up and it's not going anywhere. Wait, wait, wait. Did I get it? Come on. Keeping it together. That is flight. That is not good flight, but it is flight. We are airborne. That's not bad. The air is going to start getting too thin. And then I'm going to have to cut the engines. And then cast it off and go with the other one. That's not good. I hit the Windows key. It's still climbing. I don't want to burn up all the fuel. But I do want to get it to go up and out into orbit. Now that should take us to orbit. Extend the panel. Get some solar out there. That's my, is that my battery, I think? Part ineffective, lack of stellar exposure. Well, that's great. There we go. So I do get some power up here, and that's a good thing. But hey, it worked. I got it off the ground. I got it up into near orbit. And the other option is to try to bring it into safety. Bring it down safely. The problem is we're starting to head back in toward the ground. So I don't want to go too fast, but I do want to nose it toward the ground to use some of the velocity as a forward velocity instead of a drop, right? Because I want because once I eject this part, my glide ratio should be a little bit better. As right now I have the glide ratio of a well-trimmed brick. And so, you know, I'm hoping that the glide ratio gets a little better. Use up all the fuel. Eject it. Don't know why I put the gear down. Maybe to slow down my plummet. And here I am having to manually rotate and control all of this. No, the glide ratio is not bad in this thing. I was hoping to have something that I could activate and use power in low orbit. I didn't make it all the way to orbit. Now, the next vehicle I'm going to attempt, and it's not going to be a space plane per se, it's going to be a VTOL with, it's going to be vertical takeoff, and it's going to have the little, like, legs extend. So once they go up, I pull up the gears, and the legs contract, right? But I don't know what to do once I get it up there. I'd have to have, I mean, it's going to have poor flight characteristics, but I'm going to see if I can get like a lunar lander style thing to hit low orbit. I don't know if Bob Kerman's going to make it. I mean, this thing does seem to glide really well. Needs a little bit more power to get it off the ground quicker and to get it up in the air quicker. Because that was getting a little hairy at the end of the runway. I was getting a lot hairy at the end of the runway. It was getting so hairy that it made Chewbacca look tame. Let's see if I can glide this in here and not get Bob Kerman killed. Wait a minute. That is a survival. That right there. Beautiful. That was beautiful. I got it to survive? That was amazing. That was honestly amazing. Alright, we're going back to space planes on this one. And we're going to try to do... What is this? It's a command vessel. Okay, so... Alright, that's kind of what I'm looking for. Instead of the small one, what I'll do is I'll go for the medium. That way it looks like an alien spacecraft taking off. But now we need... Okay, I want to put some sciencey stuff on this. Something I could like either send out like a probe or something. Well, that's not good. That needs to be for the parachute. So it does need electrical. Rechargeable battery module. Oh, that's huge. Don't need that much. It's a little too big. Okay, so there's a rechargeable battery. There's a solar panel to help that along. And if I do a generator... Oh. Well, that's never good. You don't want a fission reactor just kind of being there. That's a massive thing. Wait, that's a generator? Why do you need a generator if you're gonna use a battery and solar power? Anyway. Deployable antenna. We're gonna try that. We're gonna see if we can get out in space and launch an antenna, at least off the thing, and yeah. We're gonna see if we can do it. I mean, let's see. I don't want to go with a large, like, vertical thing like that. I want to do something interesting. And then do that, and then do this. But I need a connector first. I need coupling. I need a coupler. Nope. That can go away. I don't need that type of coupler yet. I need that one. And then I need to put on more fuel tanks. No, I don't want you to connect to there. There we go. Perfect. And then what I need is something like that. And then something like that right there. But first, I need... No, not that. The sub-assemblies would be wonderful, but no. I need solid rocket boosters. Solid fuels. I should go with smalls, I think. So I think if I go with larges, it's going to be too large, and they're just going to go flying everywhere. And then, to quote Bob Ross, we're going to be in Agony City. So, that's a thing. I need aerodynamics, which is under here. We're going to have to put a cone on these. That way it pierces through the air with the greatest of fun times. Electrical science. When remote science pros isn't just enough. Mini lab. Packed all the science equipment. Ooh, yeah, let's try that. Let's put that's a big piece. There we go. We're going to put on all the little accoutrements. Oh, it's a radial mount parachute. Okay. I should probably put more than one on here. Nah. Here I am saying I should put more than one on there, and then I just immediately say no. Not trusses. Fair to say I don't trust them. Ha ha ha. That's a terrible joke. You can hear it now. I'm going to have people petitioning YouTube. This man needs to go to prison for his terrible humor. That's all he does is tell bad puns. We need to have him removed. Immediately gets petitioned, gets taken down. Now, these are what I'm talking about right here. And so, I don't think those are going to be long enough. Those are huge. But we're going to try it. Everything is symmetrical, so it should launch no problem. Problem is... those four, I don't want that to launch there. These four can decouple there. That can launch, then the parachute. Fantastic. Let's try it. This is going to be bad. Three, two, one, go. Um... um... Okay, those large legs are big enough. I have nothing to help the rotation. That's bad. That was terrible. That was awful. Wait, I want to load that. Okay. So this was before the legs went on. The large legs did fit. They were exactly what I was after. There was problems though, and that is one of the problems they had was flight characteristics and trajectory. Because we had no RCS, we had no way of moving it, we had nothing. We had doodly squat. So we'll put it right there. Where's one of those things that allows me to... where are they? There's a... I don't use any trusses or anything. I need to learn how to do those. I'm looking for... not those. That's electrical. Is that where the no, there's no ladders here. I don't have favorite parts. Don't think I mean, they just tell me, oh yes, these are your favorite parts, but they're not. I need ladders. That's communication, that's electrical. Thermal, ground. Aerodynamics, payloads, coupling, trusses and structures. It's like, what am I doing? Building a house? No. Monopropellant, xenon, fuel tanks, command and control vessels. Oh, it's under utility. Oh, okay, that makes more sense now, says the idiot. Alright, so now we have every conceivable thing we can think of. We have our we have our communications thing, we have a science lab, we have solar, we have a spare battery, we have a ladder, we have landing gears, We have stabilizers now. The staging is way off. Okay, so we're going to save this. We're going to save that there. Now we're going to try it again. And hopefully this is on the space plane runway. It's not. Alright. Our stabilizers do kind of help us. Ever so slightly. Nope. This is not working. Okay, so I can rotate it within reason. Well, might as well just dagger it right into the heart of Kerbin. We already know what's going to happen. Or do we? Doesn't even have enough thrust to push me off the ground. Because my ground altitude is getting lower and lower, even at full thrust. So it doesn't have it. Well, the plus side is it's recoverable. I like that you can actually repack your chute. That's interesting. So, a lot of this failed. There's failures all around. I tell you. That's me. Alright. They said they have a stock. They have a bunch of stock stuff, right? But we're not going to use theirs. We're going to try to launch my thing on the... There we go. We're on the runway now. Now, we already know that mine doesn't have stabilizers to save my life. We also know that if it goes too fast, it will just veer off course and fall into the drink. Knowing that, 3, 2, 1, go. I'm not going to touch anything till it gets to orbit. And it angles over. Look at that. Automatically angles over. All I've made is an intercontinental ballistic missile. That's it. That's all I've done. Why does it do that? Why does it nose over? I'll figure it out some other time. Anyway, I hope you had fun. I know I did. I gotta work on getting these things not to nose over. I thought, you know what, I'm gonna put stabilizer. Maybe if I put, you know what I'm gonna do? I'll save it for next time. I'm gonna put wings on the actual boosters and see if I could get it to stay angled. Because if I can get it to go up in the actual orbit, I might be able to pilot it around up there and then bring it back down safely on Kerbin after I've collected data out in space. But we're gonna see sometime later. I hope everybody has a fantastic evening, a wonderful tomorrow, and as always, have a good one.